If regular reclining chairs are too small for you, then this big and tall chair from Seatcraft might be exactly what you're looking for. Meet the Seatcraft Pantheon. This is a big and tall chair designed by Seatcraft that's designed for people that are much larger or taller in stature. And this is especially nice for people that want more room that a recliner chair simply will not give you. And there's a ton of great features for that. But we first need to start off with how large the chair is in general. And one aspect I really love is the larger sitting area. So for context, I am about 5'7", 155 pounds. This sitting area is quite large for me. I mean, even when I'm sitting on it, I can feel like there's just so much more extra space relative to a reclining chair. But when I'm sitting here and I have my hands to the side, there's enough room to have my entire arms here without having to feel super cramped. And I really like that a lot. If I move to one side of the recliner, you can see that I only take up about like 55–60% of the seat. There's still a whole other side here. The sitting area as a whole is just massive. I really don't think you're gonna need any more space in this. Another thing I really like too is that this backrest is a little bit deeper in, so that when I'm sitting here, my knees are at a nice angle. It's nice and supported. I don't feel like it's kind of just like awkwardly dangling off. And I think that's really nice, especially for the comfortability aspect of it. Something else that I love is these larger armrests. Now, for me, if I'm sitting here, my arms naturally kind of just come to the side and it's not gonna be on the armrest themselves. So I really have to move my arms out in order to feel the armrest. But the armrests themselves are much larger in surface area as well. And I really like that because you don't feel like it's super cramped. You can only be in one section of the armrest. You really have a lot of leeway to just have your arms here and have them nice and relaxed. Something else that's nice about this chair is the larger backrest. Now, this is a lot taller than your average recliner, and I personally really like it because it's gonna cover the top of my head really well. Especially even moving laterally, there's a ton of room from left to right, so you don't have to feel like you could only be in this one section of the recliner. And we also have a powered headrest in here, which is really nice, especially because this is a taller headrest. It hits me at a much nicer angle. And having the power headrest is really nice because especially when you're reclining down, you don't wanna have to arch your neck up in order to see what's in front of you. You can simply just move the powered headrest so you have access to that and provide a nice neck support and not have to feel like you're arching your neck constantly. But power recline features is something that's really important about this chair, which is why we have plenty of those features when it comes to the Seatcraft Pantheon. But I think we need to first start with a power recline. Now, a huge benefit with this chair being a big and tall is that the power recline is simply more confident and more powerful. I don't feel like it struggles when it's moving up or moving my body into the position I want. It feels very, very confident. And I really like that about the Seatcraft Pantheon. And the Seatcraft Pantheon moves up your feet first, which I personally love. I think is especially nice when you just want to relax. You don't want to be fully down, but you do want to provide some support for your legs. And the great thing about this is that it does provide extremely good support for your legs and for your ankles in particular. Of course, the power recline doesn't just move your feet up, it also can put you fully back. Now, this is really nice, especially when you want to just fully relax. And for me, being 5'7", this fits my entire body, which is kind of crazy because no recliner has ever done that for me. And I think this is especially nice for people who are much taller, of course, because you're gonna have enough room to be able to fit your body in here without having to feel really uncomfortable or that the chair doesn't fit you. And when I'm laying down, I just feel like there's so much room, and because there's a lot of room, especially horizontally, I don't feel like I have to be in this one specific position in order to be comfortable in this chair. I can really spread out and not have to feel so confined. Another aspect I really love is the lumbar support. Now, this is especially great for putting yourself in a really good posture, but one thing that's really nice about this lumbar in particular is that I feel like it's more effective than pretty much any other seat out there. This is especially nice for those people who are bigger and taller that need that stronger lumbar support. This chair definitely does that. And for all these great power recline features, we do have a return to center button, which is especially nice because you don't want to have to be returning each individual power recline option back to the center. You have one button to do it all for you. Power recline features are great for extra comfort, but The design is another incredible aspect of this chair. As we can see, this chair is covered with top grain leather, which is especially nice for durability. It's gonna last you a lot longer. It's also just far more comfortable to sit on and very soft to the touch. We also have light colored stitching here, which I'm personally a big fan of. I feel like it helps break up the chair as a whole because we do have just pure black leather here. Having that light color stitching just adds a nice sense of contrast to the chair itself. Inside of the Pantheon, we have a reinforced steel frame, which is especially nice for those bigger and taller people because it has a weight capacity of 400 pounds. Now, even if you're not 400 pounds, like this is gonna help you last a lot longer, and it's just gonna make the chair feel really comfortable to sit on, like it actually is able to support you. On top of it, we have foam in here that's built specifically for this chair, the big and tall, and it just helps to make for a much more comfortable sitting experience. Last thing we need to talk about is some of the miscellaneous features here. So on the side, we can see we have the control panel. Now, this is really nice because we have a USB port as well as lights in order to control the LED lights and the cup holders, as well as the LED lights on the floors. We also have accessory mounts here, which is great for mounting accessories like a tray table, tablet holder, random stuff like that, which is really nice. That can be stored inside of this armrest here. Now we have so much storage in here, and I think it's really nice because you can put the different accessories in here without having to feel like you have to have a separate compartment for storage for that. Overall, I'm a huge fan of the Pantheon Big and Tall. I really feel like it accomplishes its job incredibly well. Because we have these larger seating areas, taller backrests, larger armrests, and a steel reinforced frame that is great for supporting bigger and taller people, this is great, especially if you're not a big fan of those smaller recliner chairs. It's gonna be more effective at providing better support for your legs, your neck, your back, and is stronger overall when you're using those power recline features. And I think this is especially great for when you want to relax. You don't have to think about the chair and think about, oh, is it gonna support me? Because this big and tall definitely can. But even though this chair is made for big and tall people, I really think smaller people will enjoy this chair quite a bit. For me, being 5'7", I love the fact that it's gonna cover my entire body. I have so much more extra room to be able to just relax, and I don't have to think about, oh, is this gonna cover me all the way? I really love those features about this chair, and I think it makes it a big winner no matter your size. To determine if this chair is right for you, you simply have to find out what your preferences are. Do you like a smaller recliner, or do you want one that has more space, more room for you to relax, and you don't have to worry about, oh, is this going to fit me well? Because even if you're smaller, it will fit you quite well. So big fan of the Pantheon, and if you're interested in one, feel free to visit our website at forseating.com. What do you think of the Pantheon Big and Tall? Is this something that you would get for yourself? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe for more content.